What if the life you want is being blocked by one decision you're avoiding right now? Like, seriously, think about that. Because most people don't even realize it's happening. The days go by, the weeks go by, months, years, and you wake up one day and think, how the hell did I end up here? You're not living at that point. You're just stuck, controlled by regret. And I know that feeling because I've lived it. And I'm still living it. It's not even loud regret, it's quiet. It's when you're laying in bed at night and your brain just starts replaying shit. Things you should have said, things you shouldn't have done, opportunities you just let pass. And deep down, you could have done more, but you just didn't. My whole life I felt regret. I'm not even gonna lie, I used to always imagine going back in time, like on some anime shit. I'd have the same memories, just a second chance. I'd be unstoppable. I'd be the best in school. I wouldn't fall into dumb habits. I'd actually work out properly. I wouldn't be driven by lust or my gaming addiction or whatever. I'd invest into Bitcoin early, buy some houses and all that shit. But realistically, I was just stuck in the past, thinking about what I did, what I didn't do, what I should have done. And even now, I still catch myself doing it sometimes. But my biggest regret is that I've lived my whole life for other people, especially for my parents. Like, don't get me wrong, I love them with all my heart, but I know I never really lived for myself. GCSEs, high school or secondary school, I loved art. I loved music as well, but I never got to do them. I never even got to touch them because, I got Asian parents. You already know that was never happening. Instead, I got forced to pick triple science, and I hated that shit. Surprise, surprise, I didn't even do that great in the results. The only subjects that I actually did well in was history and English, which is funny because I actually like them. So now I'm 16, I'm going into sixth form or college. You think I'd learn my lesson, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna pick for myself. Nope. I picked biology and chemistry again. At least I picked psychology. I'll give myself that because I quite enjoyed that. But still, I chose subjects I already knew I didn't enjoy. And I could say, yeah, my parents forced me to, because I'm not gonna be around the bush. They did force me to be fair. They did push me a lot. They were really strict. But if I'm being real, I didn't fight it. I just went along with it. And now I'm old as shit, you know, much older, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing biomedicine, okay? That's biology, chemistry, and horseshit all over again. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I absolutely despise it. Like, genuinely, it drained me mentally. And I've got 2 more years of it. I've already been through 2 years of it. And the worst part is, I knew from the start, all the way from when I was a little jit, that this was never for me. I just didn't listen to myself. And this is where it gets real, because it's easy to blame other people. My parents made me do this, I didn't have a choice. But deep down, I did have moments where I could have spoken up, I could have pushed back, I could have tried. I just didn't. And that's where regret does come from. Not just what you did, but what you allowed. Now, I'm gonna give you a story that helped me change how I saw regret. It's the story of Adam alayhi salam. Because even as the first human, the first prophet, you don't even need to believe in Islam or whatever, but as the first prophet, he experienced it. You know, God gave him everything. Allah gave him Jannah, heaven, peace, and no struggle. He had everything. There was just the one command: don't go near a certain tree. And the devil, Shaitan, he whispered. It was slow, it was smooth. It's not a big deal. And obviously, eventually, Adam gave in. And in that moment, everything changed. He was sent back down to earth. Imagine that. Going from heaven to here, this life. For me, this life feels like a hellhole half the time. So he's come from heaven to here because of one decision. If anyone had a reason to be destroyed by regret, it was him. But his was powerful. He didn't sit there and say it wasn't my fault. He didn't even blame the devil because the devil did whisper in his ear. He took accountability. He took responsibility. He turned back to Allah, to God, and he said, Our Lord, we have wronged ourselves, and if you do not forgive us and have mercy upon us, we will surely be among the losers. And God forgave him. That's the difference. Regret didn't destroy him, it brought him back. And after that, it kind of clicked for me. Like, after all these years, it's just clicked for me. Regret isn't there to ruin your life, it's there to wake you up. This whole time, I thought my life was messed up because of all these different decisions, but it really came down to one thing: I wasn't living for myself. I am so glad all those regrets happened. I'm so glad my parents done that. Why? Because now I know what that one decision is that I avoided. That one decision that has held me back my entire life till now. I now know what that is. And as much as I love my parents with all my heart, I won't let them control my life anymore. I finally woke up. I finally realized I need to live for myself. So what actually helped me? Not some motivational quote, not some bullshit positivity. The first thing is I stopped lying to myself. I admitted, yeah, I made these choices. That changed everything. It doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault, but because it's your responsibility now, it means you can fix it. That's the mindset you have to have. The second thing is I started doing small things for myself. No big life changes, just small shit like working out properly, cutting down bad habits, and praying. So I started praying for once. And I done it where regardless of how I felt, I did it. Because when I thought about these goals, I thought through for these goals, I said to myself, these are for me and no one else. You make fucking sure you are improving because you want it. You wanted this. You wanted to be better. You might feel it now or you might not feel it right now, but you felt it before. Regardless of how you feel, you do it. And the third thing is I stopped obsessing over the past. Because you can sit there all day, wishing to go back in time, wishing to get isekai or whatever, but you can't. The only thing you can control is what you do next. So yeah, maybe your life is being held back by one decision. The question is, are you gonna keep avoiding it, or are you finally gonna do something about it? Because regret doesn't come from failing, it comes from standing still.